4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check.
They will run with Grant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Kelly.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff now for Love. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
And the Redskin first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Haskins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Redskins on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football, but how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
319. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 319.
On 2nd down at 4. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. This is Coleman with a grab. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, check 26. Check safety, check safety.
Coleman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal.
You got nothing.
Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Packers have taken the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Haskins now off the bootleg. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go. Go.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Crouch. Crouch.
On play action, Haskins. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Off the bootleg. Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On the ground, it's Geis. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Switch. Right.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
I'm coming after you. Next one. After you. 36. Topper. Joker.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now operating from the gun, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 52.
They'll run with Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 27-yard line.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They run again on 1st down, Anderson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let him know.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Anderson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Geis. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Rodgers now to throw. And that will will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Second and 5 now. Haskins caught by Allen. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Keenan Allen, 74 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Redskins 16, Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Matt Ioannidis. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Packers go for it. Rodgers He's going to fire one. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
He's crossing. He's there. Check 9. Pilot, 64, weak.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
No. 319.
Watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Go! At their own 19-yard line.
out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Geis, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, check 24, check 24.
On 2nd down. It's Anderson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Nice hit, boy.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
This is Geis. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Geis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give running right is Love. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? 56.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 34 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Now it's Haskins. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Brings up 2nd and 11. 33-yard line.
Check. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down. Tonight's final
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas,